Tomatoes. Summer tomatoes, we can't think of a vegetable
or fruit actually
that we look more forward to. Tomatoes taste like summer and sunshine.
Outside of the season, the tomatoes just do not compare unless you preserve them yourself. The storage and prep for these beauties couldn't be any easier.
Storage on the countertop. Please don't refrigerate your tomatoes. It affects the flavor and texture, and when you get them in season, use them quickly.
Prep can be anything that you can think of, raw or cooked. Today, we're sharing with you some of our favorites.
Roasted tomato sauce and roasted tomato soup, a double bang for your buck. At the height of the season, if you have some tomatoes that are starting to get a little funky or you want to take advantage of those B-grade tomato add-ons, a roasted tomato sauce or soup is perfect for eating and freezing to enjoy over the winter.
Preheat your oven to 425. Yes, this is hot, but you're trying to get a bit of char in the vegetables without having them completely disintegrate first. Line a couple of sheet trays with heavy-duty foil and give them a quick coat of cooking spray. We've already done that here to save some time.
Cut the tomatoes and a couple of onions per tray into wedges. Any tomatoes can be used. Cherry, plum tomatoes, you just want to cut those in half. Open a head of garlic, tuck them in with their paper jackets still on in the wedges of the tomatoes and the onions. This prevents the garlic from going too far and getting bitter. Cassie has a variation on this soup.
So you'll go ahead and put some salt and pepper, and you're going to sprinkle some balsamic on there. When you're roasting, that provides a nice rich flavor.
That looks really, really good.
It's going to taste pretty good.
Excellent. So in the oven, the trays go, and we have one started that should be ready about now. Would you please switch them off? Oh, look at that. You want to roast them until the edges start to char just like this. That charring is flavor. You want to watch them carefully because there's a fine line between the roasted flavor and burned.
Check on them about every 15 minutes, and if you make multiple trays, you may need to rotate them in the oven.
3 other points to consider. If your tomatoes are higher in moisture, you may need to bump up the oven to about 450 degrees. If the tomatoes create a lot of steam from the moisture, put a wooden spoon in the handle just to crack the door open a little bit. This will allow some of the steam to escape. Do not overload the trays. As you can see here, we have spaces. The tomatoes will give off a fair amount of liquid and the trays will be very heavy and full. And then the vegetables will steam rather than roast if there's too much on the tray.
Once roasted and slightly cooled, so you don't burn yourself, squeeze the garlic cloves out of their jackets. They should pop right out.
Excellent. Oh, that's going to be so good. You're going to scoop the mixture into a soup pot, bring to a boil, then turn down to a simmer. Reduce the mixture, concentrate the flavor, and then you're going to add any additional seasonings like Italian seasoning, red pepper flake, of course for me. Fresh basil should be added right before serving. So now we're going to scoop it in.
If you're freezing, add some seasonings once defrosted and warm to add some freshness. Add some sauteed wintergreens, pepper, etc. This sauce is a blank canvas to make your own. The simmer time will vary depending on the tomatoes, but I find about 20 to 25 minutes is a nice starting point to check the consistency.
Use an immersion blender. At this point, blend the sauce until it's the consistency you like, chunky or smooth. One thing that's very important is you want to keep your immersion blender below the surface of the liquid when it's running. Otherwise, your kitchen is going to look like a CSI
or a CSA
crime scene.
If you're intending on freezing the sauce, it freezes wonderfully. Cool it completely at this point. You're going to spoon or pour it into a resealable freezer bag with the air squeezed out.
Honestly, I double bag sauces and soups just in case there's a breach. Not that I would have any experience in that department. There you have it, folks. Roasted tomato sauce. It's nice and thick from the blending with all of the other ingredients in it. Have a few of these stashed away for winter pasta dinners. Now, when the weather gets warm and you don't want to heat up the kitchen, we have some simple lunch and dinner suggestions for you. These tomatoes need very little adornment.
A couple of classics are Caprese Salad and Bruschetta.
Caprese salad, you need tomatoes, basil leaves, fresh mozzarella, and some balsamic vinegar. That's it. Check out the farm stands in spring and pick up a basil plant or two. This way, you'll have your own supply of basil to stretch throughout tomato season.
Now the bruschetta, you're going to grill or toast slices of baguette and then rub with garlic cloves, which we've already done. You'll chop some tomatoes and mix with some sea salt and herbs. We chose basil.
Oh, that looks delicious.
It is. Need a little bit of olive oil on these. They're just a little bit dry. We'll fix this right up. Lovely.
And now we're going to spoon them on the bread. Nice. Oh, I get to? Spooning music. Spooning music. How pretty is that? And of course, grilled cheese and tomato, another favorite. And I think it's just about ready. Would you go grab it, Cassie? Oh, look at that.
Here to hold and I cut.
You hold? There we go. Whoa! You're not having the whole sandwich. Grilled cheese and tomato. Oh my goodness.
Salsa, the eternal favorite.
Chop tomatoes, onions, peppers, mix in some lime juice. Add jalapeno or not. Add cilantro or not. It's your salsa. We have here both chunky and smooth.
Salsa isn't just for chips. You can use it to top chicken, fish, and eggs. It's so versatile. Stuffed tomatoes. Hollow out the tomato to make enough room for tuna salad, chicken salad, or even mac and cheese. You're going to cut the top like this. At an angle is really helpful. Where you get the middle out. Go in there with a spoon. Almost said fork. This is not a fork.
And some of it should come right out. Ah, look at that.
Perfect.
Excellent. We'll leave that there. Now we are going to stuff. Of course, it's the two of us sharing one bowl here. We can play nice.
Yeah, we like each other.
There we go. Now this right here is a great job for the kids to do. They can stuff it with anything you want. You know, we have mac and cheese going. We've got the chicken salad. We have the tuna salad. It's a great way to get the kids involved in cooking.
All right. So you can ask any of our friendly Farmer Dave staff what their favorite recipes are at a farmer's market, farm stand, or a CSA pickup near you.
We hope this Vegisode has got your mouth watering for tomato season.